How's it going, everyone out there in YouTube land? Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I was going to share some of my Golden Age funny animal books, and it's going to probably be a multiple part thing, but I'm going to start with Donald Duck, and in particular the Carl Barks Donald Duck stuff that I have. But before I get into that, I really wanted to mention, as many of you know, I live in Baltimore, and I've been very excited about the upcoming Baltimore Comic Con. And I just got an email because I bought the Stan Lee VIP pass that lets you get in the convention an hour before everyone else and get a quick signature and picture with Stan. And I got an email that said that Stan Lee, due to unforeseen circumstances, is not going to be at Baltimore Comic Con. And I did a little research online, and turns out he canceled. He has an appearance, I think, this weekend or next weekend at Ohio Comic Con, and he canceled that. And, quote, all foreseeable appearances in the near future, end quote. And his management wouldn't elaborate, but they said the reasons for him canceling are, quote, very serious. So, Stan's 90 years old, so, you know, we all love him, we all wish him well. It's a bit concerned, you know, I'm a bit concerned. I'll admit it. I'm a little upset he's not going to be there, that I'm not going to get his autograph, but I'm more upset that something may be wrong with him. Guy like that, I mean, maybe he likes traveling and doing the convention scene, but it seems like he's never stopped working and just stopped and took a break and enjoyed all his wealth and everything he's earned. But some people are like that. They're just not happy if they're not working. Maybe he just loves comics that much. But anyway, let's all keep our positive thoughts and prayers with Stan the Man. But now I'm going to move on back to the legend at hand here. This is these are some Dell 4-color books by the great legend Carl Barks. Carl Barks was known in the 50s simply as the Duck Man or the Good Duck Artist, because, you know, most comic publishers didn't let their artists sign their covers back then, and people just recognized his work as, hey, this one guy draws Donald Duck and his nephews way better than everyone else. And he started off as an animator, but then switched to comics, thank God. And you know, he created Duckburg, and his most famous creation is Uncle Scrooge, but he created Gladstone Gander, Gyro Gearloose, a bunch of others. And Uncle Scrooge is the only major Disney character who was not created in animated feature, and he was created in a comic instead. And Carl Barks is truly a legend. He was one of the, you know, the inaugural class of the Will Eisner Comic Hall of Fame. He was one of the first inductees, and rightfully so. His contribution to comic books, Disney, Donald Duck, cartoon art, comic history cannot be understated. Carl Barks is an absolute legend. And he passed away in 2000. He was 99 years old. So, lived to be to the ripe old age of 99. And these right here, talk about in rough shape. These books may not even be a 2.0, but this is, I'm going to start here. This is Dell 4-color 159, and it's, you know, it's in really rough shape. You can see the rips on the spines, but this is a legendary Donald Duck story, The Ghost of the Grotto by Carl Barks. And actually, it was Donald Duck, you know, it was just Dell 4-color, and they did all different kinds of characters, and here and there would be a Barks Donald Duck story, and later they gave Donald Duck his own series. But of the 4-color, the Dell 4-color Donald Ducks by Carl Barks, I have every one of them except issue 291. And I really should get on that, because that is a cool run to complete, even if a lot of mine are really beat up. This here is Dell 4-color, excuse me, 178. And this has the Christmas on, not only does it have a piece of the cover missing, but it has the Christmas on Bear Mountain story by Carl Barks, and this is the first appearance of Uncle Scrooge. It's in horrible shape, but I do own it. Moving along, I really love this cover, excuse me. This is 4-color 189 in horrible condition again, but this is Donald Duck in the Old Castle Secret, and I love that cover. And I want to say too, you know, I have all of these but one, like I told you, as far as his 4-color work goes. And what is amazing is I got these all off one person. This is an original owner collection that was this guy's, these were this guy's reader copies as a child in the 40s and 50s. And he kept all of these books, every Carl Barks book but one, from his childhood up until the day he died, and his kids sold these books to me. And I just think that's amazing. I mean, they're in rough shape, but it's amazing that he kept them at all, and I think that's pretty damn cool. And I got a, you know, I didn't get them dirt cheap, but I got a good deal on them because of the shape they were in, and I bought the whole lot. So moving along, this is another one, another cover I really like. $1.99, bad shape, but Carl Barks masterpiece, excuse me, The Sheriff of Bullitt Valley. And Donald Duck is just standing there taking the bullets, man, like he's Scarface or something with a big police badge. Great, great cover. You know, anybody who says that at some point in their life they didn't watch Disney cartoons is just full of it. At some point in your life, I feel like every American, at least American, I shouldn't generalize like that. I'm sure it's not as popular in other countries, but I've heard in Japan it's actually as big or bigger than it is in the U.S., but I think it's pretty much impossible to be a child who grew up in America and not be exposed to a Disney cartoon at some point. But, you know, it's not quite as popular as it was. You know, now it's Mario and well, I guess it's not Pokemon anymore, but, you know, kids are into different stuff now, and the funny animal art in comics is a dying breed, unfortunately. But I don't know, Donald Duck, all the Disney characters are a big part of my childhood, and that's why I snatched up these books when I saw the opportunity. But this is 203, The Golden Christmas Tree, another Christmas story. Again, all these covers, all these are Barks. Pretty much every book I'm going to show, except maybe one or two, is a Barks cover, and I think those are, you know, he did interior work on. But anyhow, this is Dell 4-color, number 223, Lost in the Andes, and these are a little, starting to get to be in a little better condition. These certainly aren't near mint, but, you know, this book might get like a 4 or a 5 instead of a 2. So, but a cool cover. This is a pretty well-known, legendary Carl Barks Donald Duck story. This is from 4-color 238, and it's Voodoo Hoodoo. And this has been reprinted a few times, and chunk missing out of the bottom of the corner there, unfortunately. Moving along, 4-color 256. That's a great cover there, too. Luck of the North. I mean, his, you know, even if you don't like this kind of cartoon art, look how smooth, like, on Donald's face, and then look how smooth his line work is, man. He was great. And his commissioned paintings that he did in the 70s are worth, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars now, and rightfully so. He's the man. He's the man. Yeah, one day, not only would I like to get the one issue I'm missing, but one day, you know, of course, down the list with everything else, but one day I'd like to maybe upgrade some of those earlier copies to at least like a good copy. But these are going to be slightly better, but not perfect. What's that on there? Alright. Sorry. Piece of paper. Alright. Here we go. Sorry about the glare here, but this is Dell 4-color 263. Land of the Totem Poles. Another really cool cover. I can't get the best focus. I love this Indian with the crow's head. It's great. Great totem poles in that piece too. This is an awesome cover. I really like this one. 275, 4-color 275. Donald Duck in Ancient Persia. And look at that cover, man. That's awesome. It's unfortunately got a big, it's like maybe like a charcoal swipe, or somebody set something perfectly round down. Yeah, somebody set something perfectly round down on it, because it goes all the way around this beautiful cover like that. But Them's the breaks. Number 300, Big Top Bedlam. This is an animated cover. To make it move, see directions on back cover. I don't know. Don't know about that, but we'll see. 308, Donald Duck in Dangerous Disguise. And the Bulls getting ready to let him have it. And these are, again, these are starting to be in slightly better condition. I really love this cover to Dell 4-Color 318 where Barks did this colorful dragon. And Donald's jazzing away on his clarinet while Huey, Dewey, and Louie trying to tell him about this sea serpent. And I really love that color on that cover. Somebody else mentioned it, how well red and yellow contrast together. It really does draw the eye. And just the line work, the inking, this is just a nice cover. Here we have 4-Color 339, Donald Duck and the Magic Fountain. He's getting, again, Donald's clueless and the nephews see what time it is. This is a cool one too, number 348, another yellow and red cover, The Crocodile Collector. Here's 356, Donald Duck in Rags to Riches, and that one's in pretty good shape. That is a pretty sharp copy, actually. Pardon me. But yeah, I shouldn't say all these are original owner copies. All the early ones were all part of one collection and are original owner copies. Some of these later ones I picked up here and there as I saw them. But yeah, all the early 4-Colors that I've been showing, they all came from one original owner collection, which I think is pretty damn cool. And we're still on a few of those, actually. So, here we have Dell 4-Color, number 408, Donald Duck in the Golden Helmet. And that's a pretty cool cover, too. Parks always does great covers. He was able to put more emotion in Donald's face than all the other artists. Even if you look at a lot of the stuff that came after him, their faces are just kind of blank. Here's 4-Color 422, Donald Duck and the Gilded Man. Some Aztecs. Another Christmas special, Dell 4-Color 367, Donald Duck in a Christmas for Shacktown. It has a rip on the D there, you can see it, but pretty neat Christmas cover. Here's 4-Color 394, Donald Duck and Malayalaya. I guess is it Malayalaya. Okay, but yeah, raw rubber. They're bouncing around. Looks like something that kids would think is fun. I really love this Halloween cover. Excuse me. And we're getting into now where it's no longer the Dell 4-Colors. It's now Donald Duck's regular series, and this is issue 26, Donald Duck and Trick or Treat. Legendary Carl Barks cover. That's one of my favorites, that Halloween piece. Love it, love it, love it. Number 30, Western cover. A lot of mules. Donald Duck seems to have problems with mules. There's number 33, and this one's in, a lot of these are in pretty good shape. No, the later ones I'm getting. And what's funny about later, these are still early to mid 50s. So here's Donald Duck number 35. Another beautifully rendered cover. Apparently Donald was out in the rain for 3 issues at least here. So getting near the end of it here. But yeah, I personally, you know, Mickey Mouse is great and everything, but as a kid, I always thought Donald was better. Before I even discovered Carl Barks, I just liked the way he would lose his temper and go crazy, and I just thought he was a more interesting character. Donald Duck was a little too cutesy and nice. That's why I liked Bugs Bunny, too, and Daffy, because they kicked ass. They weren't too cutesy. So, moving along, here's number 38. And one of these, which one? I missed it. It was $3.39. I'm going to have to pull that out again here. But, yeah, one of the ones I showed here, here it is, $3.39. Donald Duck and the Magic Fountain. Forgot to mention this. It took that long to bring him back, but this was the second appearance of Uncle Scrooge. And this one's in pretty good shape. And so, his first appearance was in 178, and his second appearance was in 339. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 or 14 issues minimum in between Uncle Scrooge's first and second appearance. And maybe he didn't get a lot of fanfare right away, but yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that. So I do have his second appearance in a little better shape. But there's 38. All these again are either Barks or Barks Interior or Barks cover only. One of the two. This is number 46, and a lot of these were merely reprints of the. Sorry about the wobble. The 4-color stuff. These I had to write the issue numbers on the back. Yes, Mr. Hippie Man, I have tape on my Mylar. You must be careful. Caution, tape warning. That's issue 52. And that would make this number 60. And these are in really nice shape, believe it or not. And so this is, I believe this is 68. Another beauty of a cover. And these are pretty sharp. This one's messed up. This is, I love this Barks cover though, with, God, I can't remember the parrot's name. And he was in that stupid tiki room that my parents always made me go to when I went to Disney World, that I'd rather go sit on a ride. But anyhow, I digress. This is Walt Disney Comics and Stories 207. Great Barks cover. This one's in bad shape. It's got a big rip there. But this was given to me. My friend found this in his house. And later on, Gold Key. This is from the 70s. Gold Key took over for Dell. And this is Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. And this is something like volume 10, number 17 or something like that. I couldn't even find it in the price guide. But maybe they don't count that they restarted the numbering. Who knows? But as you can see, that's not a Barks cover. And you can kind of see the only their expressions aren't as good anymore. So, whatever. And this here, now that's a Gold Key Uncle Scrooge. That's a pretty cool cover. And the last one I'll show here, this is from 1947. This is a promotional giveaway from Firestone Tires. And this is reprints some Carl Barks stuff, and this is in rough shape too. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Carl Barks' work, as well as Walt Kelly, who I'll get to in another video. And I wasn't as familiar with Walt Kelly until I bought some of his books, and admittedly I was a bit ignorant, and I was like, oh, this is that guy that worked on Fantasia. Who's this Pogo Possum he drew? And turns out he made a big noise with that animal book in the 50s, and I'll get to that in another video. But I really hope you all enjoyed seeing my Carl Barks Donald Duck books, and I don't know, I enjoyed showing them to you as usual. I just like sharing my stuff and seeing other people's collections and seeing what we think about each other's stuff, and just enjoy talking comics. And this is one that I didn't think a lot of people probably still collect, but I think Barks is a master of the medium, and his work deserves to be shared. So again, thank you for watching and listening to my ramblings about Carl Barks and Donald Duck. Everybody remember, keep Stan Lee in your prayers and thoughts, and thank you for watching again. Happy comic book reading.